perfect competition. Number of aspects are repeated. Okay, and it is important to understand all the aspects what we learned, or all the topics what we learned in the chapter, cost of production and cost, production and cost there. Okay, remembering the things, the equations, the formulas, the table, okay, the mathematical representations and everything is important because that is applicable for the next chapter. The chapter what we are discussing today or discussing now, that is firms under perfect competition. Firms under a perfect competition. So I am using today's two sessions to discuss the question answers from the chapter. Production and costs there. Number of question answers are there, but if you are reading, so you will get confusion, might get some confusion. Okay, that is our responsibility to eradicate or wipe away such kind of confusions. Okay, so we will go through. Okay, one more time we will check the things there and make it thorough to complete the next chapter. So this chapter also you almost reach the end, right? Clear? Firms under perfect competition, only one or two topics are there to discuss with you people. Okay, so for examination point of view, I am discussing these things again one more time for you people. Okay, already the thing is uploaded in your WhatsApp group, class WhatsApp group. Just download that. Okay, I'm not asking you to take it out print. Okay, take the prints there. Okay, because 81 or 82 pages are there. It is not that easy. So leave that MCQ part. Other parts you can take a printout. Take printout and keep it. Okay, leave the MCQ part. Okay, clear? Because there are more than 400 MCQs are there. All mathematical questions, maths based or formula based questions. So repeated questions are there. So no need to print it out, but want to learn all those things properly. So microeconomics, we know that the production and costs, number of formulas we discussed already. So production, it is the transformation of resources into commodities, right? We all know that. Okay, so input. So production is always related with inputs, right or not? Without input, there is no production. Everyone know that. So why it's a product here? Okay, second point here. Why is production? Why is a production? Again, quantity produced. Why is the production? L is labor and K is a capital. Everyone know that. So Y is equal to function of labor and K. Okay, L and K. Function of L and K. Okay, no confusion in that, right? No confusion in that, right? Function of labor and capital. Okay, next one. Total product is the sum of total of the output produced by all units of labor. All units of labor. So total product is equal to products per unit of labor. That's what AP. Product per a unit of labor multiplied by labor. Multiplied by labor. Unit of labor. So total product is equal to AP multiplied by L. Okay, that equation is important. Next one, marginal product. So the term marginal that related with the symbol delta, marginal product. So change, delta we are using to represent the change or show a change. Okay, maybe change in the total production related with the change in the labor. So we know that input increasing, definitely the output also will increase in standard conditions, right or not? Okay. In standard condition, what will happen there? If you are increasing the input, definitely the output also will increase. Okay, so marginal product, so here it is, delta TP. Okay, changes in the total product is equal to, delta TP is equal to change in the total production. MP is equal to TPN minus 1. Okay, changes in the input, changes in the labor or capital. Okay, again, here we took only labor. Okay, that's what our factor here, labor. So marginal product is equal to delta TP divided by delta L. AP is equal to average product is equal to total product divided by labor. Okay. AP is equal to average product, right? AP is equal to average product there. Now we discussed about, we know that. Now we want to discuss about two different conditions. One is short-run production, other is long-run production. Those things are clear for you, right? Okay, short-run production and long-run production. Both those things are important. Okay, now I am taking you directly to the question. from your textbook. Okay, so NCRT solutions directly to the textbook here. First of all, we know that the first question, explain the concept of production function. Explain the concept of a production function. So your question paper is constitute of 10 1-mark questions. Write down 10 1-mark questions, 2 3-mark questions, and 1 4-mark question. Okay, 10 1-mark questions, objective type questions, maybe a multiple choice question or a fill in the blanks or even the match the following or value based questions. Different methods are there, right? So just write down 10 1-mark questions, 2 3-mark questions, and 1 4-mark question. Okay, altogether 20. Altogether 20. So you can expect a question from this part also from the NCRT solution part. Explain the concept of production function. Production function is a function that defines the relationship between physical input used to production and the corresponding physical output. This shows how many units of input to produce the maximum output. How many units of input to produce the maximum output. So QX, okay, quantity produced is equal to function of labor and capital. Function of labor and capital. Function of labor and capital. Okay, where QX, total physical output. Total physical output. The quantity produced by the firm. Quantity produced by the firm. Next one, L is equal to total physical labor employed. Total physical labor employed. K is equal to total capital employed. Total capital employed in that production. Right? Yes. Moving forward. Second one, what is the total product of input? Okay. Total product of input. Check in your textbook. The same questions are there. All right. Clear? Same questions are there. So already I posted that if any doubts are there, just ask me. We don't have much time to waste before the examination. That's why I'm explaining this now. Okay. So what is the total product of input? It refers to total volume of goods and services that are produced in a firm with the provided input during a specific time or a specific period of time. Okay. Total product of input. Total product of input. Any doubt in that? Any doubt in this answer? What is the answer here? It refers to the total volume of goods and services that are produced in a firm with a provided input. Provided input, whatever it is, maybe labor or capital, during a specific period of time. During a specific period of time. Next one, what is the average product of an input? Average product related with the input. Average product of input and the total product divided by the total amount of variable input. So this is related with the short-run production or long-run production. Any idea? So I use the term here variable input. Variable input. Okay, if you want to specify this, it is a short-run production, right? Yes or no? In long-run production, we don't want to specify that because all inputs are variable inputs. Okay. Next one, what is the marginal product of an input? So here, the marginal product of an input is improvement in the output that is achieved by using an additional unit of an input. Additional unit of an input. We know that if you are making changes in the input, definitely in standard condition, output also will change. In standard conditions, output also will change. So that's what marginal product. Okay. Next one, explain the relation between the marginal product and the total product of an input. Okay, so answer is this can be explained with the help of law of variable proportions. As per this law, when only one variable factor input is allowed to increase with all other inputs kept constant, these changes are observed. So it is related with the short-run or short-term production. Okay. With increase in the marginal product, there is corresponding increase in the total product. So if you are increasing the output, so related with increase in output, we know that anyway we want to increase the input there. So with the increase in the marginal product, there is a corresponding increase in the total product. Marginal product increasing, so total product also increasing. So what kind of curve will be there? A convex curve. Check the curve in your textbook. Check the graph in your textbook. A convex curve is obtained with the effect till marginal product curve is at its maximum. We discussed that in the class. Okay. We discussed that in the class. Okay. Next one, when MP declines but is positive, then TP, total product, increases with a declining rate, giving total product a concave shape. Check there. A concave shape will be there. When MP is at zero, the TP is at maximum. Marginal product is zero, the total product is at maximum. When MP becomes negative, okay, marginal product is a negative, that time TP falls down, total product will fall down. Okay. Next one, this is the graphical representation. Download that, learn that properly, find out how these curves are formed. Okay. Next one, we know that I'm not going to explain this question. Explain the concept of short-run production and long-run production. Explain the concept of short-run production and long-run production. Okay. And just tell me what are the concept of what is that basically? What is long-run production and what is short-run production? Please explain that. Anjo. Anjo,
Sir,
tell me. All of you, please turn on your cameras. Hamna Salim, Ashish Benni, Femina, Mr. Shubham, Basil Bashir, Elvina, Grishma, Sharat, Atul, Anjasibi.
in short run, it have both variable and fixed.
Both variable and two inputs are there, right? In the short run, only change, but in the long run, both will change. Okay, correct. Next one, what do you mean by the law of diminishing marginal product? Important question for we people. Diminishing marginal products. Okay, according to the law of diminishing marginal product, there will initially be an increase in the total amount of production when one of the factor is increased while keeping the other constant. So in the first phase, if you are adding an extra input, suddenly we are able to find a growth in the production. But eventually, the strategy would not keep increasing the production. But for time being, it is okay. Okay, for a long run production, this is not possible. Okay, so up to a point, it will increase. Production will increase. But after achieving that maximum point or the peak point, again, production will decrease. That is going to be the diminishing marginal product. Diminishing marginal product. Okay, for example, think of a factory where a machinery is a factor of production. Increasing the number of machines would initially increase the production. But if the company keeps increasing the number of machines without correspondingly hiring new workers to operate them, the productivity will decrease. Clear or not? So company is increasing only one factor of production, that is the machines here. Okay, clear or not? Okay, but for the initial pull, we can say that for initial phase or the first phase, production will increase. Okay, but afterwards we are able to find that company want to increase the labor to function all these machines, or else what will happen? Their machines will remain as only machine. There is no production from that, or there is no productivity for that particular machine that what we bought and trying to operate without the workers. Impossible. Okay, so it is called to be the law of diminishing marginal product. Diminishing a marginal product. Okay. Next one, what is the law of variable proportions? Variable proportions. Okay. Here it is. The law of variable proportions is also called the law of diminishing returns. Learned that already. The law of diminishing returns. Important for you people. Important. Okay, law of diminishing returns. According to the law, when one of the inputs involved in the production is changed while keeping the other inputs constant. Okay, so we are making changes in one input while the other input is constant. No changes in that. There will be a point after which the output per unit of the input will start to decrease. This law is theorized under certain assumptions. Okay, we know that. Okay, we are making changes in one input. The same time, other inputs are remaining the same. There is no change. Okay, so here it is. When one of the inputs involved in the production is changed while keeping the other inputs constant, there will be a point after which the output per unit of that input will start to decrease. Okay, so after a point, they are able to produce goods there, more goods there, but after achieving the maximum, again the production will decrease. So this is called to be the low. Okay, this is basically related with diminishing returns, returns there. So we can explain that with the help of the technology should remain the same. The possibility that the factors of production can be changed within a short period of time. Some input should be kept constant. These are the conditions that basically leading to a problem called diminishing returns. Diminishing returns there. Okay, we are not making changes in the technology. Okay, so what will happen? The cost of production will increase, productivity will decrease. Next one, the possibility that the factors of production can be changed within a short period of term. Okay, the possibility that the factors of production can be changed within a short period of time, in the sense of we are making changes in the factors of production, definitely it will reflect on production, right or not? Okay, if you are decreasing the factors of production, definitely production also will decrease. If it is increasing, it will increase. So here it is a relation to the diminishing returns. Next one, some inputs should be kept constant. Some inputs should be kept constant. We don't want to change some inputs, only want to make changes in the other inputs. If it is all the inputs are keeping constant or without any change, means we know that the productivity will reduce. Next one, when does the production function satisfy constant returns to scale? Okay, diminishing returns are there, constant returns are there. Next one, increasing returns. Remembering that? Okay, diminishing returns, constant returns, and increasing returns. All these three aspects are important for you people. Constant returns. Okay, so diminishing returns means we will not get sufficient output, or the proportion of output is not equal to the proportion that what we changed in the input, okay, or added in the inputs. Okay, that's called to be diminishing returns. Diminishing returns there. We will not get, or we are unable to receive an output related with the changed input. Changed input. It's not proportional. Next one, constant returns to scale. Okay, so which means we will get a output. So we are able to produce an output with the proportion, or that is related with the input. It is almost equal. It is almost equal. So constant return to scale is achieved when the change in the factors of production matches with the change in the total output. So we made changes in the input, so that is almost equal to the changes in the output. This means that the efforts of the producer to improve the production are yielding appropriate and equivalent returns. So the producer is trying to improve the production by adding more inputs, So in this situation, constant return to scale, we are able to find the product or the output also is almost equal to the input what we added. Okay, clear? Clear or not? No replies are there. Remember, this concepts we already studied, right or not? Diminishing returns, constant return, and increasing returns. You marked in the textbook also. What is that? Constant returns means what? We are able to produce the output related with or almost equal to the inputs. Clear or not? Clear or not? That is what? Constant return. No profit, no much profit or no loss. Clear or not? Okay. What we added, we got that. Okay, so proportional change is almost the same. Coming to the diminishing returns, the proportion of the output is not matched with, or it is less than the input. That is what a decreasing return to scale. Decreasing return to scale, right? Right? Then what is increasing return to scale? The proportion of output is higher than the proportion of the input, right? Right or not? Yes or no? Clear or not? So proportion that is based on the earlier products. Okay. Next one. Next one. When does a production function satisfy increasing returns to scale? Increasing returns to scale. So we discuss about the diminishing returns, discuss about the constant returns, and then now we are going to discuss about increasing returns to scale. Increasing returns to scale. So increasing return to scale is achieved when the change in the factor of production yields more than the proportionate change in the total output. Total output. Okay, comparing with the input, more output is the proportional output is high. This means that the company is improved its productivity. Okay, so companies improved the productivity. That's what the meaning of the term here. Increasing returns to scale. Okay, increasing returns to scale. So return as per our input. Okay, the return here, return is the product. Okay, the product that what the company produced related with the input. That's what the thing here. Next one, here it is. When does the production function satisfy the decreasing retention scale? You know that. Okay, so all these questions are important. Next one, briefly explain the concept of the cost function. Cost function. So this kind of questions can be asked for 1 mark also. Okay, briefly explain the concept of the cost function. The relationship between the cost of production and total output is known as a cost function. Cost function. What is that? The relationship between cost of production and a total output. Cost of production and a total output. Cost of production and a total output is known as cost function. Okay. What are the total fixed cost, total variable cost, and the total cost of a firm? How are they related? So, what is TFC, total fixed cost? Okay. Next one, what is total variable cost? TFC, TVC, total variable cost, and what is total cost? TC. Okay. So we know that in short run, TC equal to the short run TC is equal to what the formula? In short run production, TC is equal to
TFC plus TVC.
TFC plus TVC. TFC plus TVC. Okay. So learn all those aspects. What is TFC? What is TVC? And what is TC? Ashish, things are clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So total variable cost. So we'll explain that one more time. Check here. Here the first. A fixed cost is a cost that does not change in relation to the total number of goods and services produced by a company. It's called to be fixed cost. The cost that spend on fixed input, it is not changing. On the other hand, a variable cost is a cost that changes in relation to the total number of goods and services produced by the company. Okay, so variable cost in the sense related with the output, the cost for inputs, variable input will change. Okay, clear or not? Variable input will change. So we are making changes in the one input to create a more output. That's going to be the variable input. Okay, next one, total fixed cost. The cost incurred by a company in acquiring fixed production factors like building, cost of machinery, and depreciation, wear and tear of tools. Next one, total variable cost. Okay, total cost in the sense of what is that? The total money that's spent by the company in acquiring the fixed production factors like building, cost of machinery, and depreciation. That's going to be the fixed cost. Fixed cost. Okay, total variable cost means cost incurred by a company on variable production factors like wages, fuel charges. Okay, so regularly they have to pay for it, right or not? Total variable cost, wages for the labor, fuel cost, electricity bill, water bill, like there are various bills are there. So that all coming under total variable cost. Fixed cost in the sense, the money that is spent on buildings and machines, he can or the company can use that for a long period of time, okay, without making any changes in that. Okay, but in long run production, they have to make change because wear and tear will be there, depreciation will be there, right? Next one, total cost. The total cost of the firm is the total fixed cost and the total variable cost put together. So TC is equal to TVC plus TFC. Okay, TC is equal to TVC plus TFC, total variable cost plus total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. That's what the total cost. Total cost. Okay. So here we know that we are discussing just the short run production. That's what these two types of costs are there: variable and fixed. 14 to 1. What are the average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average cost of a firm? How are they related? Here it is. Average fixed cost is the fixed cost per unit of output produced. Fixed cost per unit of output produced. Average variable cost is the variable cost per unit of output produced. Average variable cost. Okay, average cost to the firm is the average fixed cost and average variable cost put together. Okay, clear or not? So AC is equal to AFC plus AVC, right? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Things there, right? Okay, next one. Can there be some fixed cost in the long run? If not, why? Is there any fixed cost is there in the long run? Fixed costs are there in the long run. Annette, the fixed cost is applicable in long run production? Fixed cost. Annette, can you hear me?
Yes,
Tell me.
yes, sir.
My question is fixed cost is applicable in the long run production or not? Remember the term long run production. Next time, fixed cost.
No,
No. Why? Why that? Why so? So in the long run production, we know that we are unable to keep anything fixed. Okay, because fluctuations will be there. Definitely. If you are related with the machine or a building, okay, we know that we are able to use that for a long period of time, but that also will face a problem of wear and tear, right or not? Want to repair it. Clear? For the long run production, we want to spend money for a repairing or a replacing. Clear or not? So that's what there is no fixed cost in a long run production. All are variable costs only. Okay, clear. Next one, these questions are there. You don't want to find it out. Already we discussed that what the shape of the fixed cost curve. Okay. This one, what do the short run marginal cost, average variable cost, and short run average cost curves look like? Okay, observe from your graphs there from your textbook. Why does the SMC curve, short and marginal cost, and the average variable cost curve at the minimum point of the AVC, average variable cost curve, Okay, so this kind of things also can be asked for a 1 mark. Learn all those things properly. Later, don't say that I don't know this answer or something like that. And nothing of that. All things are explained already in the classroom, and now I'm explaining the question answers also. Okay, so it is important to learn all those things properly. So nothing serious, right? Easily we are able to understand these things. They're already discussed. Okay. Any troubles are there? You just check that. Check here. Shape of the curves and the formulas. Okay. Now another one question here for you people. Okay. What do the long run marginal cost and average cost curves look like? Here it is. Okay. Important question for you people. So table is here. So this is the answer. The table is from this question. It's a small error there, right? A small mistake is there. Page number 9. Okay. Page number 9. Okay. This table is the question number 22's table. Table for question number 22. Okay. There's an alignment trouble there. Okay. So what is the question here? 22nd question. The following table gives the total product schedule of labor. Total product schedule per labor. So L is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see total product per labor 0, 15, 35, 50, 40, 48. Okay. The question is find the corresponding average product and marginal product schedules of labor. Find out the average product and marginal product. Check the table here. Question number 22. Everyone, just keep that in your mind. Now you want to apply this formulas there. So AP, average product, is equal to here TP, total product divided by labor. Marginal product is equal to TPN minus TPN minus 1. Here it is. TPN minus TPN minus 1. So you can see here easily. Okay. So number of you people already completed this task. Remembering that one day I told you people to solve that table, right? Many of you completed and sent that to me. Okay. Number of people are there still, they're not completed yet. Okay, please remember, just apply these equations and you are easy to solve that. Okay, so you can see the connection here. So what is that? Labor 0, total product is 0. So we are unable to find that. Okay, unable to find that. Is it possible to find? Product is 0, labor also 0. No answers here. Okay, next one. What is the next one? Next data here. Labor 1, total product 15. Labor 1, total product 15. Okay, so AP is equal to TP by L. 15 by 1. 15 divided by 1. What is the answer here? 15 only, right? Yes or no? No, nothing is there. So MP, marginal product is equal to TPN minus TPN minus 1. Okay, we know that, right or not? There are also 15 only. Why it is so? What is the TP here? TP for labor is 15. Okay, 15 for one labor, right? One labor. Okay, minus TPN minus 1. Okay, TP 15, N minus 1 is 1 only, right? So 15 divided by 1, again 15 only, right? Already completed. Remembering that table one day we completed that, right? So same application is here. So learn this properly. This type of questions also will be there for the examination. Okay. So the thing is, you should know the equations properly and application. Okay. Here it is. Next question. The same method is there. Here it is. So this wanted to complete. Apply these values in this equation and send that to me today itself. Question number 22. Mark there. Question number 22. Okay, guys, time up. We will complete in the next class. One more class is there today. Okay, I will give number of homeworks today. Okay, no worries. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.